Welcome back to Bourbon Country Reacts.
Hey everybody.
Keith, Dustin,
Bourbon
music,
and bourbon.
and bourbon.
Yeah. So we got a bribe. Freddie bribe.
Bearface.
You're a Bearface. See, there's his Bearface. Arr. All right. So, Brady, friend us a Bearface. This is a product of Canada, eh?
Okay. So we got a Canadian whiskey
Hey.
called Bearface.
Right. Kind of makes sense.
It depends on what kind of bear they make.
Polar bear,
That's one kind of bear.
black bear,
It's one kind of bear.
grizzly bear.
It's another kind of bear.
Oh. Oh. Why'd you have to go there?
Just saying. I don't know what they mean by it.
I got nothing for that.
So
Wow.
the song associated with this, requested with this bribe, is Don Williams' "Some Broken Hearts Never Mend." Now, I kind of have a suspicion because I think I've heard the name Don Williams associated with country and goes back quite a ways.
I don't know that I've ever heard of him.
I think this may be an OG.
He looks OG.
I think this is an OG that got airplay maybe 70s, 80s. You guys will correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know why I think that. I don't know why that is popping into my head, but and it's possible that I kind of wound up in contact with Don Williams. He's playing with knives.
Yeah.
Music at some point in my past, and I'm not remembering, but I'm telling you, this feels familiar. The title of the song feels familiar too, so maybe I've heard it. Let's find
Check
out.
it out.
Coffee black, cigarette. Start this day like all the rest.
We heard this.
First thing every morning that I do, start missing you. Some broken hearts never mend.
Are you sure we've never heard this? I'll double check.
I can search.
I'll search real quick. So, I need you to take a sniff of that whiskey.
Well, now I'm telling you, I don't think we've heard this.
Yeah, I'll see it on our list. Okay. So, take a sniff of that whiskey real quick. Is that the most Canadian thing you ever smelled in your life?
Smells like a fucking maple tree.
I know! That's what I'm saying.
Think it's maple aged.
I don't know. I'll read it.
All right,
later.
let's get back to the song because this has got some OG
Back it up a
in
little
it.
bit, yeah.
Yeah.
First thing every morning that I do, start missing you. Some broken hearts never mend. Some memories never end. Some tears will never dry. My love for you will never die.
Man, I'm hearing a lot of things in this. So his vocal style is interesting. He's using no projection at all. Like, it's not
like
that
he's
it's
just
spoken word.
But he's having a conversation with you through song.
He's not putting any volume into it. It's at a conversational tone. It's pitch perfect, but it's at a conversational tone. And so Jimmy Buffett would do that a lot, right? He didn't blast you. He didn't belch you. He's told you a story, right? And I'm hearing very Crosby, Stills, and Nash guitar, slide guitar feel. Like, and I think maybe this would be a product of the time, which would push it back earlier than I was thinking. It'd push it back into the late 60s.
Got you.
As far as style goes. But I don't know, he could have been ahead of or
Behind.
behind the kind of the trends there. The vocal style, I don't know. It's not that it's bothering me. I'm just not used to hearing that.
Never end. Some tears will never dry. My love for you will never die.
That's a slide guitar, right?
One of them is. There's about 4 in it.
Rendezvous in the night. A willing woman to hold me tight. But in the middle of love's embrace, I see your face. Some broken hearts never mend. Some memories never end. Some tears will never dry. My love for you will never die. Some broken hearts never mend. Some memories never end. Some tears will never dry. My love for you will never die.
Oh, it's going to do the fade out. So there aren't a lot of vocalists that can really get away with doing that.
Right.
It's very well done. I mean, I have a little trouble relating to the "oh, I'll never get over her" thing. I mean, I know that happens.
That's real.
I just would not allow myself to be in that position. But I think that's my only complaint with the song. Is it's a little bit of. I think so. I think my son summed it up really well. So I imagine most of you guys have heard Pearl Jam's Black. Now, you talk about a dude that is off the deep end over losing a chick. That's as extreme as it gets. And I was playing it for my boy, and he hadn't heard it. And he's listening to it. He goes, "Yeah, I think that's a bit much." And he just kind of walked off, And I guess I kind of look when he said that. I'm like, yeah, that's a pretty good point. It is a bit much. And I kind of, when I hear songs about I'm just never ever going to get over her, I'm kind of like, can't really relate to that. I mean, it's reasonable to have a period where life sucks.
Yeah.
But at some point, you
Gotta let it go.
Gotta let it go.
Gotta let it go.
Yeah.
This took me to like my childhood, like when I was down in the hills of Kentucky.
Oh God, I wish you hadn't said that.
Why?
Because now I feel like this is something I would have heard on the Lawrence Welk show. And that was pure torture for me as a child.
Right.
I was forced to watch it.
I bet you were.
I literally was forced to watch it.
I bet you heard this on there.
Maybe that's why it's familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
No, it's not.
Uh-huh. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Can you see the disdain on his face?
Yeah, he's real happy about it.
Childhood trauma.
Yeah. So I haven't tasted the whiskey. I was actually kind of fascinated with the song there. So I didn't try it. The nose smells like Canada.
There's a lot on this bottle. Believe it or not. Like, look at the smallness of the labels.
Oh wow!
There's a lot on this
The
bottle.
print on the back of that
It's tiny.
is microfiche.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I read it.
Yeah.
I did.
So it tastes like Canada too. It's very sweet, like maple syrup.
Right. And that's why I was interested in the bottle. Because I was like, did they finish this? Like, what's going on here? Because there's a lot going on here. And it almost tastes finished. What are you doing over there?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
We're still recording, right?
Well, I believe we're still recording. The little red
Sweet.
lights on.
All right, cool. So, okay, so I'm just going to read you a couple things. Well, first of all, I didn't even know this was a word. Elementally aged.
How else is something aged?
Oh, wait. There's more. All right, so I'm going to get out my microfiche eyes real quick. Our triple oak release is a single grain Canadian whiskey matured for 7 years in ex-bourbon American oak barrels.
This seems like a pure wheat.
I don't think they actually tell me on here. That's
With
one
how
thing.
sweet it is, I'm going
could see
to
wheat.
think that's wheat.
I could see wheat. Because I don't get rye.
No, none.
So then, it's elementally aged in French oak red wine casks and air-dried virgin Hungarian oak.
Because you can't have any of that slutty Hungarian oak.
Right, it's got to be a virgin.
What's a virgin Hungarian oak?
I have no idea. Somebody tell us.
It hasn't pollinated yet.
Maybe.
Be about that big.
When ready, we blend selected casks to create a bold, smooth, balanced whiskey with long, complex flavors and distinctive spice finish. But then they talk more about their elementally aged. They're really proud of their elementally aged. All right. Our unique process where hand-selected oak casks are matured in repurposed shipping containers and exposed to the elements in Canadian wilderness. Our extreme northern climate amplifies how the whiskey and the wood interact, transforming the liquid inside for a bolder, smoother flavor.
False. All of that is false. That northern climate means it's colder.
Mm-hmm.
So the wood is not pushed or the whiskey is not pushed as far into the wood.
Mm-hmm.
And
If at all.
if at all,
Right.
during the summer, it probably does. And 7 years is reasonable age.
That's a long time. Yeah.
And it's got a smoothness that indicates 7 years.
It does. We'll get to that.
I agree with that part. As far as their complexity and what was it they said on the finish, like spices or something, I don't get it.
There's a little bit of a dried cinnamon apricot on the back.
A touch.
It's not bad.
I swear to God, I get maple flavor on the finish.
You get maple in the nose. You get maple in the drink. It's weird that there doesn't say anything about maple.
And so,
I wonder if they're allowed to put maple syrup in everything because it's Canada and they just don't have to tell you.
I don't know.
Is that a thing?
But
Is there maple syrup in this?
I get a ton of wheat sweetness.
Sweet wheat?
Yeah, like a lot of it.
Sweet wheat with no heat.
And it is smooth. I'm going to guess it's 85 proof. What?
It's 42.5 ABV.
It's 85 proof. 84.
No. Carry the one.
There's no one to carry.
80.
It's 84 proof.
42.5.
Oh, the 0.5, yes. Sorry.
Who's got their
It's 85
gazindas
proof.
now?
It's 85 proof. So I nailed it.
You nailed it.
And you would expect smoothness at 85 proof.
Right.
But it's actually
It's pleasant.
pleasant to drink.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know where I'd price that bottle. I think if you favor sweet, smooth, I'd probably pay $40-$45 for it.
Doesn't tell me on here.
Yeah, sometimes there's
Don't tell you.
Vine and Table. It's not on there.
Don't tell you. Did we mention this was from Freddie?
We did not.
Freddie, thank
Freddie,
you.
Thank you.
We might have said it in the beginning.
I don't think we did, man.
Okay.
We were bad.
You're bad.
You're the bourbon guy. I don't like George Thorogood's stuff.
So when I was
Like these guys were all over me because I don't like Bob Seger.
yeah, he doesn't like George Thorogood either.
I don't like George Thorogood.
I bought that album.
Were you disappointed?
I was a little bit. I was like, huh.
Bad to the bone, super repetitive.
Ace, what was the?
One bourbon, one scotch, one beer is
It was on there.
silly.
Yep. Maybe it was his greatest hits I bought.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I had it. I played the CD in my '81 Oldsmobile for a while.
Were you cruising through town,
Hell yeah, I
blasting
was.
Bad to the bone,
Yeah.
seat laid back?
Yeah, I was a gangster with George Thorogood.
Wow.
Saying.
Wow. All right. So, neat song,
Neat drink.
interesting drink. I'm gonna say it's okay.
Yeah.
It's not stellar.
Right, but it's good.
It's not bad.
Right.
Actually, pretty reasonable daily if you think about it. But yeah. So thanks, Freddie.
Yeah.
And if you enjoyed this video, give us a like. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Drop down in the comments. Tell us what country music we need to check out. Tell us what North American whiskeys we need to try. We'll see you next time.
See you.